For once, Ellie, I think my interviewee may be a little bit more nervous, even than me, because you're about to go and perform.
I am, yeah. A little bit nervous. Jules Holland. It's what everyone wants to perform on, so I'm lucky, yeah.
Just describe the nerves to me quickly before we start. Are they in your tummy? Where are they? Mine are sort of all around here.
It's sort of like, I don't know, it paralyses me quite a lot until I actually go out there, and then it, like, you know, drops, but it's just like, sort of freezes me up.
Because adrenaline can be the friend of the singer, can't it?
Totally, yeah. You sort of, you make friends with it eventually, yeah.
Right, are we ready to go? I'm going to put the battery in, and then I'm going to ask you to count us down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
okay.
please. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How do you start writing?
How do I start writing? Usually on guitar, quite a lot, yeah.
And then you put it down on paper or on computer?
I write things down all the time, on my computer, yeah.
And what inspires you to write? There's so many different things, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very like observant. I always watch people and study people and like human behaviour, and where I grew up, that inspires me a lot. And I guess love, yeah, like heartbreak.
What does love mean to you?
Oh my goodness, what does love mean to me?
We're going quite deep, quite early here.
Yeah, oh God, it's meant very different things. The second I think that I've established what love is to me, it changes. So that's the story of my life.
How much of Ellie Goulding's subconscious do you think gets into your music?
A lot. Like, for example, I'm really fascinated by like dead bodies and like death and stuff, and like a lot of the imagery I tend to create. I know it's lots of that kind of stuff. Without not intentionally, just sort of that's how it happens.
Why are you fascinated by dead bodies?
I just have a morbid fascination with like that kind of stuff. I think because my dad used to be really into that kind of stuff, and so he always had like books on crime and murder and all that, like murder mystery and all that kind of stuff. So.
Who are you trying to impress when you write an album? Are you trying to impress anyone?
No, not really. Should I be?
I don't know, I'm just asking.
Who am I trying to impress?
Do you have anyone in mind? Are you trying to impress your parents? Are you trying to impress your friends, yourself?
I suppose I like writing something and then being very proud of it. It's because it's such a good feeling to create something out of nothing. So.
Do you have your audience in mind when you write? Or are you just
That's probably another subconscious thing, yeah, that I have. I do have my audience in mind, but I don't go in thinking, right, this has got to be something my fans have to like. It's much less thought out than that.
Is the moment of completion or fulfilment when the album hits the shelves, or when you start actually performing it in front of audiences?
Yeah, it's the performance that's the completion, because I feel like my album would sound a million times different had I spent a year performing those songs. It would sound entirely different. I always end up changing the songs live.
Am I right that your second album might be a bit darker than your first? That's what some people
That's
are saying.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Is that true?
I think so.
What do they mean by that?
I think it's just going to get darker and darker, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's just a bit more melancholy and a bit more sort of, a bit sadder. It goes a bit deeper than Lights did.
This is quite a difficult question, I imagine, to answer and put into words, but when you're singing in front of tens of thousands of people and they're singing along with you, are you sort of thinking about what that feels like? Are you really experiencing it, or are you just in a different zone?
Most of the time I'm in a very different zone, but then there might be like a moment that clicks, and all of a sudden everything is sort of sort of at one, and I think that's kind of what I do it for, really, that moment of connecting with the audience.
And can it be actually scarier singing in front of just a tiny audience
totally,
in front of a
yeah.
big audience?
I sang in someone's living room the other day, and I was really nervous because someone just like sat basically on my feet. That's always quite nerve-wracking to a couple of people.
You're in your mid-20s. What on earth is it like being a big star, being a big name? How do you cope with it?
Quite easily, really. I don't know.
Do you feel it, though, on a day-to-day basis? Do you wake up and think, I'm Ellie Goulding, the pop star, I've got to behave in this way or that way because people are interested in what I'm up to? When you go out in the evening, are you conscious that people might be taking photographs?
No, not really. I don't know, I deal with it all right. It's not something I think about very often, really.
So did you get to have a normal life behind the scenes?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have got a normal life. Like no one really recognises me, so I can just walk around. Yeah.
Do you have friends from before you were famous?
Yeah, Hannah. Oh, she's not here. She's not here. Yeah, Hannah comes around the world with me, and she's my best friend from college.
Just tell me. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell me just a little bit about your running, because you do an awful lot of running.
Yes.
How many miles a day?
I did 5 today, but I'm really slacking lately.
What do you do it for?
It just feels good. It's nothing like, I don't use it to write lyrics or anything. It's like, yeah, I just do it for the feeling.
And other things outside of work, outside of running, quick, 1 second to go, that you like?
Things outside of running, no. I don't know, probably, yeah.
You're not allowed to blank after the pressure is off. Tell me, just quickly tell me some things you do outside of work.
I run. I like to watch films. I like to drive my car, which I just started doing recently.
Is there ever an Ellie Goulding track on when you're driving? And I wouldn't think that was a bad thing.
Probably,
I could well
because it's on
that.
shuffle, and I've obviously got my album on my, different versions of before it was done, mixes and stuff. So yeah.
We've run over and we should stop. Ellie, it's been really nice talking to you.
Me too. Thanks.